up, everybody? Welcome back to the SoCal Dram. I'm Matt.
And I'm Caesar.
And today, before we get into this fancy fun bottle, we just want to say, did you know that only 74% of the views on this channel come from people that are not subscribed? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you checking out the review today. For all those returning viewers, we appreciate you sticking around. Nonetheless, everybody hit that little bell. That way you know whenever we drop a brand new video. Caesar, what do we got on the bar today?
Today we got something from your bar, my brother.
That's right. We got a staple in the bourbon world, something that you can find kind of easily, but also sometimes have to go on a hunt for, which is very interesting. Today we've got the Eagle Rare Kentucky Straight Single Barrel Bourbon.
There you go.
So, Eagle Rare Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. That's right. Just before I said it was a single barrel, I remembered, wait, this one isn't a single barrel. But you can get it as a single barrel. So, partly right, partly wrong. But let me go ahead and tell you a little about it. So, Eagle Rare Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey is masterfully crafted and carefully aged for no less than 10 years. The rareness of this great breed of bourbon is evident in its complex aroma as well as its smooth and lingering taste. Eagle Rare is a bourbon that lives up to its name with its lofty, distinctive taste experience. That's right, kids. Eagle Rare Kentucky Straight Bourbon is so rare that is all the marketing speak that I've got on this bottle. In all seriousness, though, Eagle Rare is a staple on my bar, and I recommend this one to a lot of new whiskey drinkers. Truth be told, this was actually one of the first whiskeys I can recall ever tasting. My sister had a bottle of it, and she's like, you got to try this. And I'm like, wow, it was really good. Produced by the Buffalo Trace Distillery, maker of a lot of bourbon out there. Eagle Rare comes in for the landing, see what I did there, around $30 to $40 depending on your area, but due to it being a Buffalo Trace product, can sometimes claim an asking price of much higher depending on its regional availability. It's presented at 45% ABV. It uses the Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 1, which is a low rye mash bill, and as that good old marketing speak stated, it's aged for at least 10 years.
Oh yeah.
Eagle Rare, I love it. I know you like it. What are you kind of expecting as we go into this bottle?
I expect a lot because I love low rye and I love low riders. No, I'm just kidding. But
he's got a magazine subscription. He's the only one.
Pero serio, I love low rye. The lower the rye, the better it is for me because rye tends to be a little bit more of a spicy note, pepper note. So the less I get of that, the better. However, we have had some really good rye too, so it all depends.
No, for sure. I mean, yeah, it's using the Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 1, which is known as a low rye, which obviously I already said. But yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say that we are not gung-ho when it comes to rye, but we are definitely open to always having our mind blown because that has definitely happened. You can check out reviews like our Wyoming Whiskey Outrider right up here, and one that we did actually fairly recently, which was the Breckenridge bourbon that was finished in a port cask. That's also a high rye bourbon, but it's still not a rye whiskey. But nonetheless, those other bottles out of the way, Eagle Rare, let's get into it because it's a staple out there for a lot of drinkers and kind of what prompted me to want to review this because this bottle's been sitting, we're cracking the neck pour on this bottle, but this is by no means my first. It's been sitting on the bar now for a while. Part of the reason why I chose to review this today is just because I recently recommended it to a coworker and he came up to me like 3 days later, he's like, that bottle was killer. Like we crushed it in a weekend. I was like, good for you, man. Now here's what you get to try next. So if you know, you know. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? What are you getting on the nose?
Yeah. On the nose is a little bit more rye oriented to me.
To me it's not rye and it's just herbal. Like it's not like it's like herbal tea, right? Not like rye spice, but more like kind of like a mint, medicinal, kind of like a medicine, like a cough syrup, but like, herbal mint. I actually really like it. But underneath it, you've also got like brown sugar and stuff.
Yeah. Underneath it for sure. But that first punch is like a poof of.
Yeah, well, and again, neck pour, right?
True. Very true.
A little bit of cherry under there too. Like, I know, again, it's bourbon, brown sugar, cherry, vanilla, caramel. Those are standard notes, but like that herbal note comes really nicely.
God, this is so good. This is so good. What is it? What'd you pay for this? Like $30?
Mm-hmm.
$30? Oh my God, folks. This is top notch, like top 3, like $30 whiskeys out there for sure. For sure. So just sweetness all around. That rye hint I got on the nose is almost like invisible on the palate. It is just
not spicy at all.
Yeah, at all. Just subtle sweetness. I almost want to say like maple syrup sweetness. It's very, very sweet and very long lasting. Like the finish is just like, ooh, it's just melting down. It's not chopped right away. It melts down until it's gone, which is pretty bomb.
Yeah. No, this one, like I said, it's a staple for a reason, folks. And this one, it's sweet, but not so sweet where like it reminds me of the Woodinville, where it's like creme brulee sweet. This is just like that nice sweet, just bordering on the edge of too sweet, but it just hits the spot in all the right ways. And it's only 45%, but it's like it just gives you a nice little warm hug. Not like a barrel proof, like, oh, come on in here for the love. But it's just like that friendly, like, oh, I haven't seen you in a minute. Give me that love, right? This one's just really nice. Really just sweet on the front. On the finish, it goes for a little bit, to be completely honest with you. But just the lingering finish of that minty kind of eucalyptus note, which is just really nice. Again, this one for me is just, especially at the price point of $30, super intriguing, and especially when there's a lot of $30 whiskey out there. If you can find this, it deserves to be on your bar without any hesitation. So, you look like you're gonna say something.
Yeah, the perfect explanation I can explain this with is, to me, bro, I'm not even kidding. This is like a brown sugar Dippin' Dot. Like, if Dippin' Dots had a brown sugar flavor, I think this is exactly what it is. Because when you get Dippin' Dots, it's like, boom, you get the initial flavor of whatever the dots are. And then it's like still frozen, right? So it starts melting gradually. And as it gradually melts, more of that flavor just seeps in and just melts down. And it's just like, wow, this is actually really good. That's a perfect explanation for this. Brown sugar Dippin' Dots. You take a sip, you get hints of that sweetness right away, and then it's kind of subtle. And then as it's going away more, you get a lot more of that sweetness coming back more. Coming back. It's like, oh man, brown sugar Dippin' Dots right here. Brown sugar Dippin' Dots.
The water, I put 3 drops of water on this guy. You guys know that's my standard. The vanilla notes blow up, like, for sure. And this just kind of starts smelling kind of like a... This is going to sound really weird, and for those of you who've had it, you may know what I'm talking about, but like a cookie butter ice cream. Like, you get this kind of caramel, brown sugar adjacent, note, and like the way cookies, like just cookies in the raw, so to speak, no chocolate chips, like before you add chocolate chips into the batter,
gotcha.
The way cookie dough tastes at that point, that's what that is kind of adjacent to. But again, the vanilla note's just dominating on the nose with the water, so I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, I wonder what it's like with the water too. I'm not sure if I don't think I've had it with the water. Damn, even the nose just, let me explain real quick. This nose with the water actually smells like, I don't know if you've ever had a friend that vapes, right? So they have a bunch like those vape juice bottles, right? And if you've ever had a really sweet vape juice leak, sometimes it leaks through the tank and then it just stains, and then you could smell that thick aroma in the air. That's exactly what this smells like. This smells like a maple syrup vape juice that just got leaked in a tank, and then your nose is in the area and you're like, what's that smell? And it's coming from this, folks. It's coming from this. and then actually drinking it with the water actually made it a little bit sweeter too.
Yeah.
It's good all around for sure.
The water, it becomes almost syrupy sweet, and not like in a bad way, like you're drinking like just straight like flavoring syrup, because it still has some body to it, without a doubt. It still has some of that herbal medicinal, maybe it's black tea. I don't know. It's not quite black tea for me, but it's tea adjacent. We'll say green tea. Green tea is what I'm going with. But it's really good. Like, it holds the water nicely. Do I prefer it neat or do I prefer it with the water? Honestly, I could go either way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not offended
Yeah.
either way. Like,
Yep.
I would probably lean a little bit more towards neat just because that's my personal preference. But in a cocktail, I probably think this is great because the flavors hold up to it without any doubt. Anything else you want to add on the water?
No, I guess I can get into my review. So, especially at $30, that's like the kicker. It's like, this is probably a $50 whiskey, and at
Don't say that. Buffalo Trace gonna be like, now it's 60.
at $50, I would probably rate this a 4, but at $30, I would honestly say this is like a 4.5. Definitely a 4.5 because the price range is good, the flavor's all there, it works good with or without water. You don't have to fight for the flavors, and come on now, picture brown sugar Dippin' Dots. You can't say that wouldn't be good. Like, this is brown sugar Dippin' Dots for sure.
God, I don't even know when the last time I had Dippin' Dots was. Like, don't they have an exclusive contract with like Knott's?
Knott's or something? So I thought so too. I didn't have any for like the past 10 years up until I went to Six Flags 2 weeks ago with Astrid, and they have Dippin' Dots there. And that's when I had them again, and I was like, this is actually pretty good. I don't know why I ever stopped eating these.
Because they were expensive. That's why. They were expensive, and you got like this much. I think I'm inclined to agree with you. Sorry, folks. I keep touching my eye because I got something in it and it won't go away. So I think a few weeks ago with the Buffalo Trace, I said that was a gateway whiskey. Buffalo Trace, you can check it out up here. I said it was a gateway whiskey, and it does a lot of heavy lifting for getting people into the whiskey scene, right? That's like a $22 to $25 bottle. This is $30 to $40. Spend the extra few bucks because if you can find it, of course. Like, if Buffalo Trace is all you can grab, Buffalo Trace is all you can grab. But if you can find it and it's reasonable, don't go out and spend $100 on this. This is not a $100 whiskey by any stretch of the imagination. But it is a $30 to $40 whiskey comfortably. And I would say that for the extra few bucks, this kind of does beat Buffalo Trace up a little bit, in my opinion.
There's more than enough justice.
Yeah, and again, maybe it's just a couple extra years in the barrel. Who knows, right? But this is really nice. Yeah. So I'm inclined to agree with you. It's a 4.5 from me as well. Because again, the fact that Buffalo Trace is a gateway whiskey to get you to something like this for not more than a few extra bucks, you gotta have it, I think. Yeah. But do us a favor, hit us up in the comments. What do you think of Eagle Rare? Have you had this bottle? Have you had the Eagle Rare 17, part of the BTAC collection? If you have, I'm jealous. Or even the Double Eagle Very Rare, which comes in that really fancy bottle with the glass eagle cork. It's insanity. But do us a favor, hit us up in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on the bottle. Don't forget, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. We got videos every week. And again, you can check out any one of the other video reviews we got playing up here on the channel. Caesar, you got anything else you want to add?
Yeah, really quickly. So I know Eagle Rare once in a while does like barrel picks for certain places.
That's true.
If you guys have one in your local area and you want to share or you want to let me know about it, let me know, because I have not heard of a single barrel pick from Eagle Rare that was bad. Every single one I've ever heard anybody try of it just say it blows you away every time. So I am super curious and I want to be blown away.
Yeah, so for sure. And hey, if you're in the SoCal area and you know of a stop that does do barrel picks, let us know in the comments because we'll definitely seek it out. Yeah, for sure. Again, folks, now that we rattled on a little bit longer, all those extra videos are right here. Make sure you stay safe and drink well. All aboard. Catch you next time. Hey, everybody. Hope you liked that video.
Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications.
And don't forget to subscribe.
I zoomed in, that is not a single barrel.
Keyboards, warriors.